This is the Black Agenda Morning Shot for Thursday, October 7th, 2010, being brought to you by Kali Akuno in Atlanta, Georgia. Today we have two focuses: U.S. imperial interference in Latin America and new developments on the struggle for housing and land in the United States. During the reign of George W. Bush, there was a considerable amount of fanfare and speculation that Latin America, particularly South America, was breaking free from the clutches of U.S. imperial domination as progressive social movements were able to win significant electoral victories in Venezuela, Brazil, Bolivia, Ecuador, and Uruguay. However, events of the last several weeks, including escalating military operations against the FARC in Colombia, massive spending to sway the outcome of the elections in Venezuela, initiatives to advance demonstration elections in Haiti, declarations that Mexico is under threat of an insurgency, ongoing support for right-wing coup leaders in Honduras, and an attempted coup in Ecuador indicate that U.S. imperialism is far from conceding ground in what it considers its backyard under the racist Monroe Doctrine. All of these operations are being conducted by right-wing forces in these countries with the explicit political approval, logistical support, and financial backing of the U.S. government. The Obama administration is clear in its initiatives about restoring the status quo of the United States and its dominance in the Western Hemisphere, with itself on top and everyone else servicing its needs. Staying abreast of these developments and the People's Fight Back initiatives is critical to the interests of black people on several counts. First, it does us well to remember that the vast majority of people of African descent in this hemisphere reside in Latin America and speak a language other than English or one of its Creole or Patois derivatives. Second, the spread of reaction and the stifling of democracy in Latin America is a direct threat to the limited democratic space we operate within in the United States. To stay abreast of these developments and figure out ways you can act in solidarity with Afro-Latinos and progressive forces in Latin America in general, visit the website of the Latin American and Caribbean Community Center at www.laccenter.org. Again, that's www.laccenter.org. In other news, much has been made the last several days about Congresswoman Pelosi and several other members of Congress calling for a federal investigation on foreclosure fraud. While it is good that Congress and the feds are paying some attention to this issue, we have to call attention to the fact that they are paying attention to the wrong issue. The fundamental issue isn't fraud, nor is it predatory lending. The real issue is the inequitable system of housing and land distribution and utilization that is at the foundation of capitalist accumulation and production in this country. The focus on fraud won't reverse the displacement that millions have suffered through the past 5 years, nor will it shift ownership patterns and equity disparities around land and housing in this country. At best, this investigation will result in a few tweaks here and there in lending policies and regulation. But we need more, and we deserve more in order to realize our human right to housing. To realize this right, we have to build a mass movement to attain it. One such emerging movement is the Take Back the Land movement. To learn more about the Take Back the Land movement, visit www.takebacktheland.org or www.ushrnetwork.org. Again, that's Take Back the Land movement website, www.takebacktheland.org, or the website of the U.S. Human Rights Network at www.ushrnetwork.org. This is Kali Akuno, bringing you some news that you can use for the Black Agenda Report.